Hello everybody, welcome to Freenhalt's Let's Play Towns Episode 6. Today we're going to be focusing on getting our coal and kind of purging the monster scum that has been barbarically ravaging our new immigrants. It is a mission today to get the coal. It is a mission to start laying down our mine for the iron. So let's go ahead and do that. In order to build the mine, we need 2 torches, as indicated at the very top of the list. We need 2 torches, 3 wood, and 1 iron. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a build order for torches. We can set these to be permanent things, and they're pretty much useful. We're instantly giving ourselves, an advantage here, just because now we don't have to worry about the torches being built. Okay, so I'm going to set also a mining order to mine that iron. Or that we're also going to continue mining this coal. We can kind of scroll down a little bit and, we get a bit of a cheater's view, so to speak. We'll have to figure out what to do about this water. It does exist. I'm not sure that there's a way we can get rid of it, but if we can, we're going to figure it out by all means. Having this delicious coal in 2x2 sections like this is just mine. We need to mine that with a mine shaft. So it's infinite resources, essentially, and that's something that, I don't think anybody would scoff at, so to speak. So, okay, we're just going to set another, bulk mining order for over here. I'm going to unpause. We're going to encounter a little bit of lag. I'm not sure why we're running through the tundra. I don't think there's anything threatening in the tundra, but it's still just a little bit confusing. But, alright, we're getting our iron. It's turning into bars. It's perfect. Perfect. When someone grabs it, actually I don't think they will, just because of the fact that we don't have any way for them to put it at. So we'll tell the stockpile we want the stockpile to manage coal as well. I know coal's on here, top of the list, of course. And iron. We'll enable mud. That way we can just have some place for the damn mud, because this is going to stock up on us very quickly. And then flint, since we are going to have to deal with flint. It's really good for starting off cooking and such. But okay, all right. So we've dug a little bit deeper now into this landmass. We're just gonna let our townies kind of clean up. It looks like there might be more coal and better formations elsewhere. So let's just get rid of this little outcropping here. Did we get more immigrants? We did. We did get more immigrants. Okay. We also have some equipping issues. I don't think anybody's fighting. Just some chickens. So, Isabel appears to be a new immigrant, and we already have 1 Rowan. Do we have 2 now? Yes, we do have 2 Rowans now. I noticed this in the last video when I was watching it, that I mentioned how useful this was, and then I proceeded to ignore it in terms of giving out equipment and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know who to give stuff to. I think I may have overlapped a little bit on the equipment front, and that's why people weren't able to grab things. So we can fix that up a little bit. Let's see, let's get some good damage here. I don't know, we might have to make something for that person. And then we could also give, the original townies, they need to have armor as much as possible. So, let's see, cupboards would be, scroll down a bit, I was up too high. Gandalf, Malkin, Leonie, and Brunhild, they need to be given everything that we can afford to give them. Okay, so Malkin has nothing but a spear, so we have an extra helmet. Let's give her, this one has the most defense, okay. Some body armor. We're really going to give her some good equipment here. We won't give her the best stuff all the time, that doesn't make sense. She's not running around killing everything, so to speak. Apparently she still doesn't have a weapon. Or that might have been Jocelyn I was giving stuff to. Totally got sidetracked there. She has a spear, okay. So that's good, okay. Let's see, who else was it? I think I might have said Brunhild. I'm kind of going crazy a little bit, trying to figure out who's all what, and all that not. Okay. I know we have Malkin stuff. Brunhild, I think, was one of them. I believe. I can't remember exactly. Yes, okay. I mean, I just said it and I can't remember. Not surprising, though. I will just give her... We'll have to wait to make sure we didn't overlap inventory again. That's the hard thing about just having inventory, just kind of laying around and not having any specifics for it. Okay, we picked up the iron. I saw the 2 torches. We're going to go ahead and give the build order for this mine shaft. And they're going to run the stuff out to it. We got everything we need. Everything is green. This is real exciting. Oh man, I cannot wait. And we're finally getting this dug out. Let's just be a little more greedy, and we'll see what else is under here. I don't think there's anything wrong with being greedy. Okay. And we're just going to demolish all this stuff. We're just going to have tons of dirt. Dirt everywhere for everyone. Okay. And who else is, Leonie? I think we're going to move her into the, soldier state as well. She'll be a guard. Something else I might have noticed. I think I have a patrol point down here still, which was causing one of the guards to come down here. I wish there was a way that I knew of to check for like excess patrol points in their duties, I should say. You could also assign soldier groups. I really don't know what that does. Boss around group. Auto-equip all soldiers in the group. Well, that's nice. Patrol group, guard group, rename the group. Okay, that's cool. That is very cool. So you can essentially form like battle battalions now. Because remember how I was going on about in the earlier episodes, you really can't control anyone? Well, that's a little bit more of a way to control people. Because it was a little obnoxious constantly having to deal with, you know, everyone just doing whatever the heck they felt was useful. And quite frankly, your townies do not do useful things 100% of the time. They do scary things. So, okay. So yeah, definitely on the up and up here. Beatrix, I feel bad for her, but I don't think there's anything that we can do at a realistic sense. Okay, so here is Gandalf. We're going to watch him, figure out where the heck he's patrolling. Because I really don't know, and I want to make sure he's not running off into random land. Okay, so he's going up here, and then we'll set another patrol point over here for Gandalf. And, oh, he's going... Is there still a patrol point down here? I have no clue. Apparently you can't chop... Oh, yes you can. Was I just crazy and somehow I had the wrong order? Oh, apparently you have to click it so you can't accidentally cut down your food trees. That's cool. That is a nice feature, albeit a little bit frustrating, but cool nonetheless. Because that way you can't accidentally cut down your food source while being happy and you know, just clicking everything. Because you can do that early game. You can just, like I did with the tree gatherers, you just get a little too happy and then suddenly everyone's dead and dying and. So that's a good life lesson right there. It's a good life lesson. So is there like a pear tree directly behind that thing? I have no idea how this tree thing's working. It's like alternating. It's like, whoa, it's like techno bush or something. I don't know what level that tree is on. This tree is kind of mystifying. Right here. Okay, here we go. Wow, that was crazy. I guess when your mouse is over stuff, it kind of has that nice feature of making sure you can see. I didn't want that. I don't need that feature. I can see everything. Alright, we'll go ahead and mine a little bit more of the... I didn't want to dig there. I wanted to mine. Can't remember what the heck I'm doing correctly. Apparently we killed a froggy. Maria killed a frog. That's interesting. I don't know when she killed the frog. Maybe that was the last episode or something. But nonetheless, we need to be careful about that. Just people killing things on their own unequipped basis. System messages. Are we at game speed 3? I do believe we are. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this again. Maybe we can see who doesn't have stuff. Okay, Malkin still hasn't gotten her stuff. We're just going to give her the top of everything. That way we know what's going on. Brunhild got equipped, and I think that's everybody. Jocelyn still doesn't have a hat. We'll fix that. Oops, give her the second hat. She still doesn't have boots, so we'll give her the bottom boots. And I think everybody has a weapon except for Isabel, and we do have some extra weapons. Let's see. Jocelyn has a bow. Not the best thing, but at least she has something. Let's hope she doesn't decide to go gallivanting. This is nice too. You can see how many turns it is until they eat. So you can see she's over full. She's sleeping. She's getting happier. She's also getting hungrier, but she's probably yep, she's moved into the bed, so now she's sleeping. That is really, really useful, just for kind of knowing where you are in terms of like with the game and everything. So she's in the process of sleeping, so that's good. Okay, we still are dealing with our angry grave. We've got all this mud, and there's only one way to deal with obscene amounts of mud, and that's burners. We're just going to throw it in a fire and make electricity. Except that we aren't going to really make electricity. Oh, we killed a yellow snake crab. That's interesting. Why is Leone down here? I do not know. But something drew her down here, and, well, there she goes. Maybe it was just the lure of killing wild and exotic creatures. Hard to say. Her newest task is to eat. Apparently she's not injured enough to really need anything important. Okay. Okay, here's the burner menu. This allows you to decide what the heck you're going to burn and how much of it. Burning something is essentially the legitimate way of getting rid of it. So I really have no need for this mud. So we're just going to set a burn order, and they're just going to take it out back and just throw it away in a giant fire where it will just be left. Okay, looks like we've got 2 torches on standby still. Our iron mine is working. It's on automatic mode, so that means it'll just randomly every so often just spit out 1 chunk of iron, which is nice. It's slow. This is the thing I want everyone to understand. This is very slow. We could get a lot more iron very quickly by just mining, and that's fine. But again, I just want to stress the point that infinite iron is way better than no iron. And wow, someone died. Did someone really die? Yeah, it looks like Jocelyn did. Ah, wow. I didn't even hear her scream. Did anybody else hear? So this is another thing. A pig turned into a werepig and came into the camp, and it looks like Gandalf took care of it. Wow, werepig has 1600 HP. That is significant. Attempts to stick werepig. It looks like they did a good amount of damage to it before it hit. It seems to hit, and they tend to one-hit kill. I don't know how much damage they actually do. Maybe this is telling you how much damage they do. And this one did 1600. I still haven't figured out what the combat log is really trying to tell you with this, if this is their remaining health or if it isn't. But, you know, if Jocelyn only had 276 HP, then that explains why she died. She couldn't even take, you know, a real hit. So, because you can kind of see how... Let's see, there's a good trade. No, it seems to be that the numbers stay the same, so I think this is how much damage was dealt to them. So, alright, well, we need to do, yet again, another grave. This is like almost a running joke in this thing now, so we just need another grave. I do believe we have almost as many tombstones as we do active villagers at this time. That's a little depressing. I don't know, we could also kill the grave, so to speak, and then, just like ghosts spawn, and then we can just farm ghosts for stuff. But I don't think I don't know. That's risky because sometimes they get a little happy in the amount of ghosts that they can spawn out of a single body, and that may not be the best place to go. So okay, alrighty. Well, since we really can't mine shaft the rest of this iron, we're just gonna have to dig it out. And no qualms here about doing this, because there's no way we can salvage it at all. We're going to leave this one because there needs to be a little bit of space for the iron to pop out. Otherwise, if there's nothing for it to pop out onto, it doesn't spawn. And that's not very useful. That kind of goes against the general, usefulness of having invested the time in the mine shaft. Let's go ahead and grab that coal too. Just take it all. Hopefully it doesn't fall into the river or something awful like that. I will remove that odor. Hopefully, I don't know. I really do not know what would be the outcome. But I'm willing to experiment. All for science. Okay. The other thing we'll do, I think maybe we'll give some of these new people, let's give them some potted plants. Why not, right? You need wood and a bush. That's a good way to get everyone killed, huh? We can throw some candles around and stuff. That'll kind of light the place up while they're trying to sleep. And Rowan, Adelaide, Ellen. I don't remember Ellen. She might be a newbie. Okay. We have 2 Ellens. Interesting. Isabel can get a light. Emily, Godiva, I know they're new. Sybil, Rowan. And so we'll just give these new people some lights. That way they have a little bit more happiness in their own room, their life. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to make them happier. And we're just trying to buy their love, essentially. Not that I necessarily need more people. Like, I need a bullet in the head right now. But, yeah, we'll just try. We'll just see what happens. With more people, we can have more guards effectively roaming without getting us all dead. And having to worry about stuff like that. I'm not sure why these guys are so... Are they eating raw chicken or something? Because that would be... Oh, you know what I think is happening? I think we ran out of food. I believe we are facing a famine right now. Let's fix this very quickly. We're going to up the baking. We're going to up gathering and harvesting. So we're going to give everyone an emergency harvest order. We're just going to harvest everything. And everybody should come running back very quickly. And in fact, I know I've got fruit over here for them to eat. So let's just go ahead and take advantage of these natural trees. Scroll up and just get a bunch of them. There we go. Okay, so no one's starved to death. That's important. But they are just going to go eat these raw apples because it's immediately going to fill their stomachs. That's the problem with larger amounts of people, is that you can really let the food situation get away, and then you move into a mass famine. And, luckily we had a situation that could be avoided because of our planning. We were very paranoid, get it, paranoid, about, our food situation, and just having enough, stuff around to deal with this. We can go ahead and also, while we're at it, while we're starving, we're going to use the food that we're eating to stay, alive. We're going to tell them to plant with it. And it won't really be a tragedy, because they're going to be able to get food everywhere, honestly. Not going to be a situation. Okay. I'm not sure what this does anymore, other than serve to just hold wheat and flour. We could easily just put a barrel here, and that would, save space, so to speak. But I'm not sure that we need to at this exact moment. I think everyone's doing better. And we're baking. We're back to, spitting out pies and stuff, so... Yeah, crisis averted. Crisis averted. But, it just goes to show that you really can't just stay lax. You really have to be mindful of what's going on with these towns people. Because they don't really care about themselves. And that's dangerous. Okay. Alright, we've got a hole here now. We have a lot of iron. We've exposed a lot of iron. So, yeah, I think you're seeing the mine shafts here along with me. And we're going to get this squared away. So it may just be easier just to kind of just... Some people don't like to dig... I guess that was a mining order, because I'm at this level. Some people just don't like to dig everything up. And there's I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think digging down a little bit and kind of having a quarry that falls into the ground is fine. You know, do what you want to do. I'm not going to sit here and just flat out, you know, mulch everything to death, but I am going to do a little bit. And I'm going to build a scaffold right there. We can build a ladder, but I want them to be able to, you know, walk in and then walk. Well, that doesn't make much sense, right? Because they're going to be mining, tilling up the stuff right there. We'll cancel that order. Have them build the scaffold like right here. And they're just going to walk up and throw it in. The townspeople are very good at doing that. Oh, did I really put an order right there for digging? That was close. Ooh. That'd have been very annoying. Ah, nice. And Malkin just grabs some iron out of the mine shaft. So we've seen our first observable iron grabbed out of the mine shaft. That's good. So there you go. Now everyone knows it's working. I know it's working. We're all, you know, less upset. And there we go. Okay, so we can see that some of the iron is exposed again. So, I'm not sure. I think we can put one here, and then they'll just be, you know, floating. Because I think our other one is right over here. And that way we have enough room around it to continue to mine a little bit more. Here we go. Here is the dungeon wall. It's everywhere along the bottom. It's just more so, you know, that once you start going down like we have, and then the river runs right on top of it. So we have a nice underground lake, which is hoarding our coal. That's a little bit of a tragedy, but, you know, there's nothing you can do about that, realistically. You just kind of have to roll with the punches. So, okay, let's build another mine shaft right here. We're going to go ahead and do that. And I don't think we can build up there because we have the... Well, we're going to have to do something I really didn't want to do, and that's kind of eat away at the area around this thing. But it's for iron. It's for infinite iron. I really can't see how that's not a good thing. So she brings the wood that we needed and sets it on the ground instead of in the mine shaft. You know, with friends like these, who needs hard work, right? Oh man. Okay, so we've got mud clogging us up again. We seem to be really ahead on the food. And by really ahead, I mean we've got like a pie. But okay, so let's go ahead and get some raw material barrels. Yeah, let's build a couple in here for wood. We'll build a couple in here for like stone. I don't like that one right there. That's a bad place. Okay. And then what else do we have? We have the bakery, which has apples and pies. What else? What else could we really need? Oh yes, we just have our general materials, so we just need maybe some more raw materials, and we'll just go ahead and throw them over here. If my mouse doesn't just kind of glitch and do dumb things. Okay, so when those are built, we can activate those. 14 and 12. I do believe that is 2 new people, and they're taking it upon themselves to kill this frog on the carnivorous plant. Okay. And here are the guards. The guards are here. Nice. Nice. So, they spawned over here. Wow. Apparently they killed a snake, too? I'm not entirely sure. Black snake... Yeah, they killed a black snake crab with their bare feet, and then they proceeded to kill a frog as well. So... that just goes to show you sheer willpower of wanting to make it to the encampment. So, okay. When we get up to 15 people, I think we'll go ahead and up the soldier count yet again. Maybe we need to assign some permanent patrols. I'm still not sure if that's the best single way to do it. Because what's Gandalf protecting right now? Just a hole in the ground for coal. I suppose that's not a bad thing when you put it in perspective. That's going to be floating. That doesn't make any sense. Here we go. You know, but what are we gonna, you know, do with that? I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to dig down. I'm really curious to see if we just drop into water or what. You know, damn the torpedoes, we're doing it. All right, let's mine this. Oh, I gotta be up the proper level. Funny how that works, right? Fine, we'll just dig that, and then we can't do anything with the. Oh, I see why I was rejecting, because there was stuff on top. Access points. That's right. That's right. Containers, tool chest, ITE, decorative. I'm really not sure what. Maybe we just need to have some raw materials chests so that they just kind of have whatever they want to them. So let's manage this container. It's gonna contain wood almost exclusively. This one's going to have stone, and this one will have mud. That way they can just burn it on the go. This is the raw materials. Let's just enable everything on these ones and just see what they put in here, really. Well, I know what they're going to do, and that was, if they start going to get bones again, that's just going to be a real issue. Yeah, disable all of those. we don't need them getting bones right now. I feel that we could probably do it, but I'm just paranoid. I'm just going to be really paranoid about the bones, because that means they're just going to run everywhere stupidly and try to, you know, do anything that they want. Okay, so we can build the iron mine shaft right down here. So I think we're going to do that. Then we're going to have 3 with this. Let's get a non-terrible ladder. I think ladders are right here. Yes, they are. Okay. A wooden ladder. Oh, maybe we should go with. Here we go. We'll give him a real good ladder there. A real nice one. All right. Yeah, now we're getting someplace today. Now you're getting places. All right. So we've got this mined out. Let's go ahead and dig. Boom. All through that. And we'll see what our coal looks like underneath this exactly. Because we know it's... I'm not sure how we know it's down here. Maybe we're just psychic. But, yeah, we're gonna investigate to the best of our ability. If that means stripping the entire mountain to get coal, then... whatever, we'll make this whole thing look like West Virginia if we have to. Alright. So we've got... oh man, we have tons of iron. Okay. So, in order to do anything with iron, we need a kitchen. No, that's wrong. We need a forge. That sounds better. We can delete this stockpile because it's serving absolutely no use. And, you know, again... with the rooms we have everything, they're just temporary. I know some people by now would probably have started making buildings and being, you know, a lot more fancier and stuff, and you know, there's really nothing wrong with that. I'm just taking my time because I've had such a panicking situation that I just don't feel like running headlong into the danger zone so much anymore. So, okay, we need a stone hammer, some tongs, and iron in order to build this anvil. And I believe that, let's see, we need at least 1 tong. I don't know if the stone hammer is just the weapon. It might be. That's armor. That's armor. Let's see, bone. Oh my gosh, I just can't seem to like pay attention. Well, we'll set a request for 1 reoccurring stone hammer, and that way if it gets consumed, then we're good. So, alright, we have the tongs being made, so let's go ahead and put 1 there and 1 there. We need a few smelters. You need a forge and an anvil. Okay, so we don't have either of those. Oh, the forge zone, I see. Ah, I got my instructions confused. So we need to wait for the anvil before we can make the smelter. That's really not a problem. So that'll just take just a few minutes. Hopefully they're getting right on that. They seem to be grabbing iron like it's going out of style tomorrow. They're also grabbing wheat like and flour. My God, we have some flour now. Folks, we are not starving another day. Raw food. Let's get this flour in the bakery since we've already got, you know, apples being put into there. Why not have, you know, the real things? We just finally got this this thing set up. Let's go ahead and add stone in here. Since we use so much in the wood detailer, we can get by with that. Pretty good. Manage container, materials, enable all. So yeah, we're not really going crazy with these, but you know, they're cleaning up the area substantially. Okay. Hopefully we're gonna get this out soon. I hope. You never know. Yeah, item construction's out. I'm not sure what we're waiting for. Iron tongs are made out of mason's bench. Wood. Are we low on wood again? Because that would be the doo-dinger. I'm gonna assume so. Those are our pear trees. Yeah, it looks like we're just down to bushes. Really need to get a control on our wood situation. So we're just going to deforest excessively. I'm really not sure what else to do. I just normally, like in some of the other games I've played and such like this, I've not had issues with wood this badly, with bushes and stuff. But I think that was just because of the insane paranoia of tree keepers that I had going. I don't think I've ever seen 4 in the first 15 minutes of a game like that. Oh, Jesus, it's a pig. Kill the pig. Folks, if you ever see a pig, just kill it. The reason why I say that is because if they do become werepigs, as you saw, they just destroy your people. It's just straight up death. And that serves you absolutely nothing in this world, having everyone die. And look at this offensiveness. Helois? Oh my gosh, how do you even say that name? Helois? Anyway, Miss Tessel's room is, you know, just being pigged up. Oh, this is atrocious. I'm just not sure I could stomach this. But, okay. We've got extra torches. We're still waiting on our forge. We've got some bones nearby. Sure, why the hell not? Let's just get a bone carving knife or two. And I know we've got bones nearby. I don't think you can have... Yeah, you can have bone weapons. Bone clubs. Not too damaging, it seems. That sword is good damage. It has decent defense. It's a lot of bones, though. But we don't have an anvil. So that is problematic. Bone armor. Oh, that is pretty nice. Bone carving bench. That's something we can get. Let's put in a queue for a bone carving bench. And these have to be done in the carpentry areas. So, like I had gone over before, we need to make sure this space is in reserve so we can use those benches correctly. Okay. You know, in the older versions of the game, they used to have this chat window up here. I think they need to bring that back. The amount of information that you don't receive in time is intense. In at least 0.5. I think the first version I played was 0.5. It was very easy to... How do I want to say this? Know when things were going on. So, okay. Well, I think for right now, we're going to go ahead and call this. We've gotten, you know, our coal quarry. We've gotten our iron set up. This was a rather long episode, something I did not mean to do. We may have trapped someone down in the iron here. I wonder if we can get her out safely. Ooh, hard to say. Let's, I'm going to do this really quick, and then we're going to... This is something that's really easy to do, is, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we freed her. So, now that she's free and she's not going to die a terrible death, please subscribe, please leave comments on what you thought about this episode, and you think about me. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, folks.